You wake up in the morning, open your fridge, and you already feel it, that quiet anxiety sitting in your chest. Milk costs more. Eggs cost more. Meat feels like a luxury. Even basic bread keeps creeping higher every time you walk through the store doors. And if you or someone in your family depends on SNAP benefits to keep food on the table, this pressure doesn't just feel uncomfortable, it feels personal. It feels like your security, your dignity, and your future are all sitting in a grocery cart with a total that keeps climbing faster than your balance can keep up. This video is about you, it's about your family, it's about your wallet, and it's about a major shift happening behind the scenes that could change how SNAP works for millions of Americans. Right now, SNAP, the food assistance program that helps tens of millions of households survive, is under more scrutiny than ever before. Lawmakers, state agencies, auditors, and enforcement teams are tightening their grip. New monitoring systems are rolling out. Transaction tracking is getting sharper. Eligibility reviews are becoming more frequent. And what used to feel like a quiet safety net is now being watched with a magnifying glass. That doesn't automatically mean something bad will happen to you, but it absolutely means the rules, the expectations, and the risks are changing fast. For families already stretching every dollar, even small changes can feel like earthquakes. A delayed benefit, a temporary freeze, a verification letter you didn't expect, a misunderstanding at checkout. These moments don't just create inconvenience, they create fear. Fear of losing access, fear of making a mistake, fear of not being able to feed your kids or yourself next week. That emotional weight matters, and it's exactly why you need to understand what's happening now, not after something goes wrong. And here's the suspense. Most people using SNAP haven't been clearly told about these shifts yet. The headlines don't always explain the full picture. The policy language feels confusing. Rumors spread faster than facts online. But what's really happening behind the scenes could affect how your benefits are reviewed, how your spending is tracked, and how closely your case gets examined moving forward. By the end of this video, you'll understand what's changing, why it's happening, how it could impact your household, and what you can do to protect your benefits and your peace of mind. Stay with me, because this is one alert you don't want to ignore. Why SNAP is suddenly under intense scrutiny. So why is SNAP being watched more closely than ever? It starts with money, scale, and pressure. SNAP is one of the largest assistance programs in the country. It supports millions of families, seniors, children, workers, veterans, and people navigating hard times. When grocery prices rise, enrollment often increases. When the economy feels shaky, more households need help. That means more dollars flowing through the system, more transactions happening every single day, and more eyes from government agencies trying to ensure everything runs exactly as intended. At the same time, policymakers face constant pressure to prove accountability. They want to show taxpayers that funds are being used properly, that fraud is being minimized, and that the program stays sustainable long-term. Even small percentages of misuse can translate into large dollar figures when the program operates at such a massive scale. That's why oversight is tightening, not necessarily because everyday families are doing something wrong, but because systems are being modernized, audited, and upgraded in ways that create more visibility into how benefits move. Technology is playing a major role here. New data systems can flag unusual spending patterns faster. Transaction histories can be analyzed more deeply. Identity verification tools are becoming more advanced. What once required manual review can now happen automatically in seconds. This doesn't mean your grocery purchases are being judged personally, but it does mean the system is more sensitive than it used to be. Another factor is political momentum. SNAP often becomes part of broader budget conversations, especially during times of economic uncertainty or rising national spending debates. Different leaders bring different priorities. Some focus on expanding access and reducing hunger. Others focus on tightening controls and improving compliance. When those conversations heat up, agencies often respond by strengthening oversight procedures and enforcement protocols. For you, the real-world impact is simple. There may be more checks, more documentation requests, more renewal scrutiny, and more automated alerts than in previous years. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because the system itself is changing how it watches everything. This shift can feel invisible until something lands in your mailbox, your online portal, or your phone notifications. Suddenly you're asked to verify income again, or confirm household size, or clarify a transaction. If you're not prepared, these moments can create panic and confusion. That's why understanding the why behind the increased monitoring helps you stay calm and proactive instead of reactive. The important thing to remember is that oversight doesn't automatically equal punishment. It means awareness, organization, and responsiveness matter more than ever. And the better informed you are, the more protected your benefits become. How this could affect your benefits and daily life. Let's bring this directly back to your life and your routine. When oversight increases, the first thing you might notice is communication. You could receive more letters, more online notices, or more reminders to update information. These messages can feel overwhelming, especially if you already juggle work, family responsibilities, transportation challenges, and rising costs everywhere else. Missing a deadline or misunderstanding a request can accidentally create delays or temporary interruptions, even when you qualify. You may also notice more frequent eligibility reviews. That means the system wants to confirm that your income, household size, employment status, or living situation still match what's on file. Life changes quickly, hours fluctuate, temporary jobs come and go. Family members move in or out. If your records don't stay updated, mismatches can trigger flags. Staying organized becomes your strongest defense. Some people worry about purchase monitoring. SNAP benefits are meant for food and approved items only. The system already restricts what can be purchased, but newer tracking tools analyze patterns rather than just individual transactions. This doesn't mean someone is watching your cart in real time, but it does mean consistent, unusual activity could trigger reviews faster than in the past. Another area that could affect your daily life is retailer compliance. Stores themselves are also being monitored more closely. That means some locations may tighten checkout procedures, card verification steps, or transaction handling. If you've ever experienced a declined transaction or confusion at the register, you know how stressful that moment can feel when people are waiting behind you and your groceries are on the belt. Increased oversight can sometimes make those situations more sensitive. The emotional toll matters too. When families feel uncertain about access to food support, stress levels rise. Kids sense it. Household tension increases. Meal planning becomes more anxious instead of hopeful. That's why staying informed helps restore a sense of control. Knowledge gives you confidence instead of fear. Here's the suspense. While many families won't experience any negative changes at all, small policy shifts can ripple differently depending on your state, your caseworker system, and how updated your records are. Two families with similar incomes can experience different outcomes simply based on how quickly they respond to requests or how clearly their information is documented. The key takeaway is not panic, it's preparation. When you understand what might come next, you can respond faster, avoid mistakes, and protect your benefits more effectively. Common myths causing fear and confusion. Whenever programs like SNAP face increased oversight, rumors explode online. Social feeds fill up with dramatic claims. Comment sections spread half-truths. Headlines get exaggerated for clicks. And suddenly families start panicking over things that aren't actually happening. Let's clear some of that emotional fog so you can focus on facts, not fear. One common myth is that everyone is about to lose benefits. That's simply not true. SNAP remains a critical safety net. Oversight doesn't mean mass cancellations. It means systems are verifying accuracy more carefully. If you qualify and your information is correct, your benefits are designed to continue. Another myth is that every purchase is being personally judged by humans watching screens. That's not how modern systems work. Automated tools and analyze data patterns, not your personal lifestyle choices. Buying groceries responsibly within approved guidelines remains exactly what the program supports. Some people believe small mistakes automatically lead to punishment. In reality, many issues can be corrected through clarification, documentation updates, or simple communication. The system doesn't benefit from removing eligible families. It benefits from accuracy. Another rumor floating around is that benefits will suddenly drop across the board. While adjustments sometimes happen due to policy changes or cost calculations, widespread reductions are not automatic simply because oversight increases. Benefits depend on income, household size, and program rules, not internet speculation. Fear spreads faster than truth because fear feels urgent, but reacting emotionally without facts can cause unnecessary stress for you and your family. Staying grounded keeps you empowered. Here's what really matters: keeping your information accurate, reading your notices carefully, responding on time, and asking questions when something doesn't make sense. Those simple actions protect your stability more than any rumor ever could. And remember, uncertainty feels heavier when you feel alone. But millions of families are navigating the same system alongside you. You're not isolated in this. You're part of a large community that deserves clarity and respect. Practical steps you can take today. Now let's talk action. What can you actually do today to stay ahead and protect your benefits? First, make sure your contact information is up to date. If your address, phone number, or email has changed recently, update it immediately. Missing a notice because it went to an old address creates avoidable stress. Second, keep basic documents organized. Income statements, pay stubs, benefit letters, lease agreements, and household verification documents should be easy to access. You don't need fancy filing systems. Even a simple folder or phone photo album helps when requests come in. Third, read every notice carefully. It's tempting to ignore official letters when life is busy, but many problems start when a deadline is missed or a message is misunderstood. If something feels confusing, ask for clarification rather than guessing. Fourth, report changes promptly. If your income changes, hours shift significantly, or someone moves in or out of your household, update your case information. Transparency protects you long-term. Fifth, budget your benefits strategically. Plan meals, track balances, and avoid rushed impulse purchases that could complicate records. Smart planning stretches every dollar further and builds confidence. Most importantly, stay informed. Policies evolve. Systems modernize. Staying connected to reliable updates helps you avoid surprises. Prepared families feel calmer. Calm families make better decisions, and better decisions protect stability. Why this moment matters more than ever. This moment isn't just about rules or systems. It's about the reality many Americans are facing right now. Inflation pressures, housing costs, healthcare expenses, and everyday necessities are squeezing budgets tighter than ever. When food support becomes uncertain or confusing, it amplifies stress across entire households. SNAP doesn't just feed individuals. It supports kids learning in school, seniors managing fixed incomes, workers bridging unstable hours, and families trying to rebuild after setbacks. When oversight increases, clarity becomes essential, so families don't feel punished for needing help. This is also a moment where digital systems move faster than human understanding. Technology upgrades happen quickly, while communication sometimes lags behind. That gap can create anxiety if families aren't clearly informed about what's changing and why. The good news? Awareness creates resilience. Families who stay informed, organized, and proactive adapt better to transitions. You don't need to fear change when you understand it. This moment matters because the way systems evolve today shapes how support functions tomorrow. Staying engaged ensures your voice and experience remain part of that future. What to watch for in the coming months. Looking ahead, expect continued modernization efforts, more digital portals, faster verification systems, possibly more automated reminders and alerts. These changes aim to improve efficiency, but they also require user awareness. Watch for communication from your local agency. Don't ignore updates. Keep an eye on renewal timelines. Monitor benefit balances regularly. Stay proactive rather than reactive. Small preparation today prevents big stress tomorrow. Emotional reality and family impact food security affects emotional health. When families feel stable, kids feel safer, parents sleep better, stress decreases. When uncertainty rises, anxiety spreads quickly. That's why staying informed isn't just about policy, it's about peace of mind. You deserve stability, you deserve dignity, you deserve clarity. And knowledge helps protect all three. The big picture and your power oversight doesn't mean weakness, it means systems evolving. Your power comes from understanding, preparation, and calm decision making. You're not powerless in this process. Your actions shape your experience. When you stay informed, you protect your household's future. Right now, SNAP is being watched more closely than ever. But that doesn't mean you need to live in fear. It means you need to stay informed, stay organized, and stay engaged with your own financial future. Your family depends on your awareness. Your wallet depends on your preparation. Your peace of mind depends on your knowledge. Change doesn't have to feel scary when you understand what's happening. It can feel empowering. It can feel like control returning to your hands instead of uncertainty controlling your stress. If this update helped you understand what's really going on, make sure you stay connected. Future updates could directly impact your benefits, your budget, and your household stability. Staying informed today protects you tomorrow. Your future matters, your family matters, your financial security matters. Stay alert, stay prepared, and stay tuned for the next important update.